Gentlemen.
Other than that, we are in our grand final for RFlan 49. We're pretty keen, and we said that last time, but now we're keen because we're actually hopefully not having any more pauses or DCs.
Same, Xiaomi's typed into all chat, same level 1, so I think they're just going to play the same game, so they're not going to switch it up. Like, one of them's watching this stream, and that knows that now I said that if they switch it up, it's a bit less predictable.
Can't handle these deep level analysis. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see how they go here.
If it's the same level 1s, then Etchy Sketchy needed to allow Jack to spam overload and auto attacks on him until he has to teleport back.
I don't think they'll go that far.
Nah, I really don't think Etchy Sketchy's going to allow himself to get that hardly hit in lane.
Other than that here, we will go over the players once again, because I would like to upload this to YouTube if it ends up being a fantastic, jolly, upbeat, happy time, which is exactly what I'm hoping to have. Our blue side of town, our heroes here will be Ascended. That's going to be Jack as our Rise, Prawnstar as our Lee Sin, Nicolas Cage, or N Cage for short, as our Malzahar, a Rusty Spork as our Caitlyn, and Part2 as our Alistar. These guys are from the winners bracket.
And on the red side, from the losers bracket, we have Etchy Sketchy on that Nah top lane, BMA on that Hecarim jungle, Xiaomain on that Yasuo mid lane, Chiseled Bra on that Tristana AD carry, and DD on that Nami support. And really, we got to look out for that late game.
Yeah, again, and just to reiterate quickly, this is a weighted best of 3 series. So that means that Ascended, given that they're from the winners bracket, they already have a 1 score. So they only have to win 1 game, and they will close this tournament, close the series, and claim their victory, where the red side, 4Asians, they will have to actually win 2 games in a row. So the stakes are high for 4Asians.
Yeah, Rusty Spork has taken attack speed runes. So he's really looking to abuse those auto attacks in lane and put down as much hurt, try and force Nami into using her mana to sustain.
Xiaomain putting the pressure on here. N-Cage getting a lot of those auto attacks taken onto him.
Yeah, N-Cage really needs to focus on dropping Yasuo's shield every time it comes up, just so that if the Malefic Visions spreads onto Yasuo, it's not just soaked up by the shield, it actually does provide some damage.
And already we do see Rusty Spork putting the pressure on in the lane,
abusing the headshots as much as possible onto either Tristana or that Nami and trying not to use those under minions.
Oh, once again, Jack having a pretty good time in the lane. Prawnstar as well. He's moving up for a gank. This could be our first blood here if the Sonic Wave connects. Let's see Etchy Sketchy. The Sonic Wave lands, and this is your first blood. And this one's for real this time. Already Ascended. They're 1-0 into this game.
Yeah, putting that early kill onto Lee Sin. He's probably going to back now, grab a Sight Stone or possibly a Spirit Stone Boots, and just trying to apply as much jungle pressure and as many ganks as possible.
Ooh, Acroprism almost landing there onto Rusty Spork. Thus far, the lane's going okay for them. Look at the CS difference here, 17 to 10. Chiseled Bra a little bit behind. Caitlyn,
yeah, that's just going to be the zone, especially Alistar. He's just got that headbutt pulverize combo, which he just failed to hit there, and actually taking the Acroprism in retaliation. If he hits those into Caitlyn's Peace Over Piltmaker, he's really gonna take a lot of. He's really gonna allow Caitlyn to sit there, auto attack away, apply a lot of damage, and probably back Chiseled Prowess several times in the lane if it works out.
Yeah, that Nami's gonna be really nice though. The ebb and flow gonna give the sustain. At the same time, the Triumphant Roar does give sustain over to Ascended as well. So,
especially with them pushing as hard as they are as well.
Oh no, Rusty Spork is caught here. This could be disastrous. Nets away, but Rusty is very, very low.
Yeah, he's going to have to back now. Triumphant Roar's heal isn't enough to allow him to stay in the lane. We can also see Part2 backing also, which means there's going to be no one in that bot lane. So Chiseled Bra is probably best pushing that out and backing also, so that they aren't disadvantaged in terms of items, where Caitlyn's picked up the second Dorians and boots. So he really needs to back as well and just pick up whatever items he can.
Xiaomain having an excellent time. Not only is he putting the pressure on, he's also quite far ahead in CS in that lane, 30 to 19. So the CS is actually looking pretty good across the board, and it will start to make up for that first blood.
Yeah, there we go. Seeing Etchy Sketchy this time actually taking the CS lead. He seems to have had a lot better level 1 to 3 where he was being poked out last time and had to back. He did have to back.
Oh no, Chiselbra Mega caught as well by Prawnstar Sonic Wave. If he not burns the flash. Bit of a blow there for Chiseled Bra, but will secure the escape.
I don't think that was really necessary for him to flash out of that.
Not really. He was so close to his tower.
Yeah, I don't think Prawnstar would have followed up that Sonic Wave with a Resonating Strike. He would have been fine just to take that little bit of damage and just walk away.
Yeah, given that he was planning on recalling anyway.
Yeah, but now saying that, Tristana's picked up the pickaxe, which actually gives her the damage advantage in the bot lane. Nami's going to provide that sustain already.
Indeed, here once again our top lane is getting so low and so aggressive. Prawnstar at the Wraiths can connect to Xiaomei in the mid lane here. That's a level 6 though, so Xiaomei will have the last breath available. And NK, you gotta be careful, he's pretty low.
If Etchy Sketchy actually hits his ultimate, his maximum rage, and evolves and catches Jack here, he could actually solo kill Jack if Jack isn't careful.
Yeah, exactly. He's actually got rage now. This could be disastrous for Jack. Dodging all of the abilities here, but Jack is still just so low. The Rune Prison has worn off now.
Oh.
The ultimate doesn't connect here. Oh, Jack, he's playing it risky, but great mechanics dodging all of those abilities from Etchy Sketchy.
That was a very, very close. If he'd hit him into the wall then, that would have just been...
But it's not over just yet. BMA looking for a dive here. Jack is so low, and he just has enough mana for the Rune Prison. BMA, he's not messing around, and he secures that kill under the tower.
Yeah, that devastating charge into the Rampage is just enough just to clean up anyone. The scaling damage on the devastating charge for as long as it's progressing in his charge, doing that more damage. I think it's like near enough 160 damage at level 1. It's quite a lot for a level 1 skill. It's just allowed him to pick up a very, very easy kill.
Yeah, nice turnaround so far, and the CS continues to be looking well for 4Asians, with the exception of Rusty's Sport, farming consistently well here. But at the moment, Partu, they're going for a really early dragon. Prawnstar and Partu, and even the teleport coming in as well. Bear in mind, that one is absolutely blind. No vision is there on the side of 4Asians. Only the lack of Partu in the lane is the only clue, but it won't matter. As Ascended, they will secure this dragon. Maybe DD as well, warning at the wrong time. Another excellent follow-up here. Flashing over the wall, though. Is there the follow-up from Partu? Yes, there is. He's on the chase. Safeguard over the wall. Can't quite land the Sonic Wave here, but DD, not a chance of escape. The cripple slow will secure the kill here for Prawnstar.
I'm very curious as to whether DD actually got the timer on that one for his team, because taking that early dragon isn't exactly more of a gold advantage, it's more of an objective control. If you take that early dragon, you get that timer. The enemy team doesn't get that timer, then you can prepare and try and not give it away as much. Maybe let DD go, not DD, Partu go on ward by himself, not give it away that the dragon's coming up soon, and then group for it and catch 4Asians out.
Yeah, that was a really great play. They knew that they weren't warded, and going for that early dragon is so risky. But again, they are ahead in this series. They can make those risky plays, and worst case scenario, move on to our second match. So thus far, a little bit ahead in the gold at the moment, and Rusty Sport continues to have the stronger lane.
Yeah, we kind of expected that from the champ select though, that he was going to have the better lane, but come late game, he's going to have not as much fun.
Yeah, indeed here. Jack and Etchy's actually continuing to be aggressive. There's the Mega Gnar coming out. Jack in a bit of trouble here, already having popped the Desperate Power. Flash is available though for the follow-up if he wants to go in deep for it. Rotate coming up from N-Cage. Jack flashes over. Fantastic mechanics, and N-Cage will cut off the retreat. Tower shot will secure the kill, and Jack gets that one.
Yeah, he doesn't give it away an assist to N-Cage. So N-Cage's roam hasn't really given him anything. He's gone to top and helped push, but he hasn't gained any escape. He hasn't really, he prevented the escape, but he hasn't actually benefited him personally as Malzahar, which saying he's already behind 25 CS in the mid lane just puts him even further behind.
Yeah, exactly. Going for the Rod of Ages is the first item, so won't have a lot of damage, but will have a bit of tankiness. Prawnstar wanting to make some plays happen, but still Tempest was on point from Xiaomain.
Yeah. I don't believe he had the wind wall up there to block that Q. But from the Sonic Wave from Lee Sin, but had he gone in, I don't think he would have.
Chiselbro actually getting pretty low here. Ace in the hole is available. Probably will just get tanked though by DD, but still nice to have for the poke nonetheless. Jack and Etchy Sketchy, what an aggressive lane up here.
Yeah, Etchy Sketchy. As I said, that off-meta pick.
Well, look how aggressive Prawnstar is. We'll have to ward jump to secure his escape.
Yeah, that picking up the Sight Stone very early allows him to ward jump a great deal. Gives him that mobility that he needs to get into position to land the kicks into his team, or escape. Just anything that really benefits him.
Prawnstar is still here. BMA, he's not too far of either. Going in deep for the gank. A nice disengage with a follow-up from Prawnstar, and they will secure the kill. Rusty's walking in a bit of trouble though, trying to juke, but there is the exhaust. Oh, look at the jukes from Rusty. Nice play by BMA. He's just too quick. And Prawnstar and Partu, they're getting rather low here. Xiaomain moving in to prevent the retreat. It isn't looking too good. Going to be a 1-for-2, but N-Cage moving up to rotate as well. Etchy Sketchy, where did he come from? He walks down, didn't even pop the teleport. So it was a 1-for-2 in the end.
Yeah, so really, really well played by 4Asians there. They just collapsed on to Prawnstar as he tower dove. So we had BMA come in late, but it was just the right timing to help catch out. The problem there really was a Rusty Sport used Ace in the hole mid-fight. He just stood there really and took all of the damage from Hecarim. He needed to run.
Yeah.
He needed to run away and just give up the kill because...
Oh no, Etchy Sketchy may get bursted down here by Jack. Didn't actually pop the Rune Prison just yet, but it will allow him to secure the kill. And Jack going to be picking up the second one now in our top lane, despite the Negatron cloak on to Etchy Sketchy.
Yeah, Etchy Sketchy has actually rushed Aegis, which I've not seen a do, which I don't know how that's going to go. We do have the double AP comp coming out of Ascended, so rushing that early magic resist for his team is beneficial, but is it too late in a way? Ryze is already 2-1 in top lane. That doesn't happen very often, especially 12 minutes into a game.
Yeah, exactly. Interesting pick there. Woolsack definitely sacrificed a lot of his damage, and the poke continues from N-Cage. Still rather behind in CS though, but he's at the stage now where he can just keep throwing out those harassment and those
Yeah, talking
pokes.
of CS, however, that bot lane, the CS is nearly at 40. That is a huge gold difference. Caitlyn's just getting too far ahead in items. She's going to hit that
Infinity. This could be disastrous here. DD does flash away.
That was a very well played flash. He gets headbutted into the bush behind him and then flashes back into his original bush as Partu left the bush, so never really saw where he went. Couldn't follow up with anything else.
Nice. Gotta love those Korean level flashes. Jack is out of mana. But still, Etchy takes a tower shot. Jack isn't going to be able to do much here, especially because he just leveled up. So that Catalyst won't be restoring any mana anytime soon. But there drops N-Cage, a BMA gank with Xiaomain. But look at Prawnstar. He wants to get this kill, but the Sonic... Oh, the Dragon's Rage secures it. What a nice angle. It's not done either. Another kill for Prawnstar. Partu going in deep here. Really nice play from Prawnstar, angling up that Dragon's Rage.
That was an amazing kick. Actually, just the number of times I've seen that attempted but never works, that was very, very well angled, well timed. Very, very well done.
Rod of Ages already completed here for Jack. That mana pool, it's getting to be a pretty big deal. The tier, it's stacking up about halfway as well. Etchy had to burn the teleport down, so Jack will have a bit of damage onto the tower, maybe even going to secure it here.
Yeah, definitely picking that up will allow him to roam. However, keeping the laning phase going for him isn't a bad idea. At the moment, at the rate he's going, he's going to have that tier fully stacked by 20 minutes, which means he's going to have a very, very early Sereths. It's normally about a couple of minutes later, so it'll be up for the following dragon after this one if they do attempt it in any in a
Ooh,
time very
Jack
close.
playing it risky here, flashing in for the Rune Prison, but he will secure it. Another kill in our top lane here. Jack, he's going massive.
Yeah, I think that Nah pick was off meta and probably not in the best lane that he could have had. Really, Rise having that range as well. Nah needs to abuse his autos and try and harass his laner out.
Do you know if Na was picked into the Rise?
No, I believe Jack was last pick.
Oh, okay.
So I think it was picked up. The Rise was picked afterwards. But it was lots of confidence coming out of Etchy Sketchy for that Nah, and I haven't really seen him make use of it yet, in a way.
No, he's all about those mid-game team fights, which at the moment isn't going to be looking very good given the gold disparity. And Parches have had great mechanics thus far. Nethergraphs could be disastrous here, but N-Cage won't quite be able to land it. You really want to make sure you have the Nethergraphs on top of that pool because the damage combination is pretty severe. Hasn't been leveled though, of course going for the Q and the E just to have max poke in the lane, but still, it makes a big difference.
Yeah, and we can see in mid lane, Yasuo has finished that static shift, so he's got that big burst item that allows him to have that
BMA and
burst.
Jarman going to have a lot of burst here. N-Cage can't land the full Nether Grass, but he will secure the kill nonetheless. A 1-for-1. Dragon is taken once again by Ascended. Not a very good angle though. BMA, he's moving in. Etchy Sketchy has joined the fight. Rusty running for his life as well. Etchy on the chase. Big scary dinosaur. Not exactly going to be good for your physical appearance if he starts to eat you. So I would recommend backing away. Rusty Spork will get caught here. Aqua Prism going to allow the dive. And Prawnstar going to war jump away. But still, getting the dragon, absolutely worth it.
Yeah. Apart from they handed more kills over to BMA on that Hecarim, and he's been playing it the past few games, and he's snowballed every game. Please stop giving the Hecarim kills. He's going to build a Triforce and 2v1 your backline.
Yeah, again, I think this Hecarim may be the redeeming factor and the saving grace for 4Asians. He is having a massive impact and constantly securing the kills for these lanes. The lanes themselves aren't going that well, but BMA is just getting some really great kills.
Yeah, Etchy Sketchy just preventing the backs, allowing Tristana and Hecarim to push that tower in. That was all Etchy Sketchy was aiming to do there. Not allow Ascended to back and then come back down bot lane to try and defend that tower.
Yep, but I think once we see the Seraphim's Embrace come out of Jack, he's going to be having a massive contribution. And if they can make the most of that, and it's going to be at that time, well before Tristana has overcaught Caitlyn. So we'll see if they can make most of it. N-Cage playing this one well, and a fantastic Nethergrass. That is exactly what you want to do, and it will secure that Nami.
Yeah, that was a very, very easy kill for N-Cage. Near free 300 gold for him there.
Etchy Sketchy's getting bursted despite the locket now. One more Overload would have secured the kill.
I don't know whether Jack actually could have gotten an extra overload
Jack
there.
A little bit overseeing. He actually may get the burst though. Etchy Sketchy so close to being taken out here. Nice response by Jack trying to get the 1v1, and he almost did.
Yeah, I think it was a 12 HP that Etchy Sketchy actually ended up on after that.
But Prawnstar and Rusty pressuring down that bottom inner turret. DD and BMA trying to defend here. Taking a lot of damage though, so Prawnstar will war jump away once he secures it. Nice plays. Yao Main getting a little bit dead. That's a nice last breath though, but Dare drops Yao Main. BMA as well will get shut down, but DD takes the ace in the hole. The Ignite comes through from Parchu. A double there for Prawnstar. What an excellent team fight for Ascended.
The scumbag Ignite from Alistair there just to finish off BMA. It was just like, yeah, you're dead. Alright, I'll go back to peeling for my AD carry now. And it looks like they'll take this inhibitor there with the three of them down for another 10 seconds, which means now if they do group up and pink ward that Baron, they could go for an early Baron very, very easily.
Especially with Jack going to be having a bit of damage onto that top inner turret, probably going to be able to take it out. All of a sudden, Ascended, they're looking really strong.
Yeah, they have an 8k gold lead, so most of that is, I believe, in their top laner. Most of that gold.
Look at Prawnstar as well.
Prawnstar 7-0.
We'll bring up the gold allocation.
Yep, but here we go. So there's 1.3
Well,
gold.
hold that thought, because Jack may get taken out once again by BMA. Textbook Jack trying to get the 1v1, and he won't be able to.
The
Needs a
heal.
bit of ward coverage. There's just no wards in that top jungle.
Yeah, he's pushing in and he's just overextending without those wards. Etchy Sketchy is timing the Mega Gnars very well. He's getting that boost of HP when he turns into the Mega Gnar, and that's saved him a couple of times. Last time it was a couple of seconds out before he did change. He did survive on that 12 HP, but had he enraged a tad bit earlier, he never would have had that risk of dying. He might have not even had to use his locket.
Yeah. You were saying about the gold allocation.
So Rise in the top lane has a 2.5k gold lead on the Nard. That's not what you want on the champion that's meant to have the weaker early to mid game. Then you've got Prawnstar and BMA on.
Oh, sneaky moves here.
Prawnstar and BMA.
Wait, nah, part 2. Oh, he didn't steal the blue. I thought he stole the blue. But
I thought he stole the blue.
He already had the blue on him.
Yeah, Prawnstar and BMA are very close in gold, only about 400. Mid lane, Encage up, 80 carries, Caitlyn is up, and also the support of Alistar is up. So really, the only lane that is close is jungle with 400 gold. Every other lane is a K and a half out, and top lane 2.5k. That's a massive amount, especially on such a hard late game carry.
Yeah. Jack as well actually went for the Frozen Heart rather than going for a quick Archangels. Why do you think that is? I
think that's simply because Chiseled, Bra, and Xiaomane both are going to focus attack speed. So picking up that Frozen Heart, getting the aura to reduce the attack speed by 20%, that's really going to benefit his team a lot. It's going to have a lot more of an impact than it's probably going to seem to have. However, had he picked up the Seraph, he'd have a lot more burst. He probably had a 1v1 Tristana and just destroy her. So it really was a defensive pickup. It was a safe pickup in a way.
And that's another spot where Caitlyn is really strong. Those long-range auto attacks in that mid-game going to be able to safely push that tower.
Yeah, and she's going for a static shiv, as you can see, picking up that Averus Blade. So we can expect her just to be trying to use her autos to poke as much as possible.
Partu wanted to make some plays happen, but his flash wasn't exactly on point there. Jack going very deep, but he will get away from that one.
Yeah, Partu was landing a lot of those in the past games, flashing in, getting their headbutt, and then opposite way around, pulverize into the headbutt, knocking one of their carries into his team, and it was allowing them to get a free kill. So seeing that one actually not go in their favor is very unlucky.
Well, nonetheless, they will get the dragon. Not exactly sure if 4Asians did have the timer on that one, but nonetheless, 3 dragons in a row for Ascended.
I believe they did, as there was a team fight just as it was ongoing. But it did seem that DD did get the first dragon timer when he went to ward. It seemed as if he placed the ward and then they killed the dragon. So they were there at that time, so they're going to keep that timer up on that objective.
Oh, Etchy Sketchy, that's not where he wants to be, but Prawnstar decides not to go in, but just kidding, because he decides to again afterwards. BMA going to have a nice angle onto Rusty. Spork with Jack will land the Rune Prison, and that may be his saving grace. Rusty will pick him up with the pull of a Peacemaker.
That was the first kill, actually, for Caitlyn.
Wow.
He got no lane kills at all. He just got that CS advantage, which was really unfortunate, because he needed those kills to really compete with Tristana at this time in the game.
Yeah, indeed. Prawnstar has the Randuin, so we'll have a bit of slow as well.
Nah is going to enrage here. And is he going to actually use it? I don't think.
Oh, there we go. He's enraged. Encage gets the Nether Grasp here, but will it be enough to secure that kill? Etchy is bursted, and now there's only 3 members left alive for the 4Asians, and this Baron looks as though they want to take it.
Yeah, that's a very, very easy Baron for them. 24 minutes into the game, going for that Baron. This game is very one-sided. It's near a 10k gold lead. It's going to be over 10k gold once they take this Baron. And they're probably going to take another couple of objectives using it.
All that being said, though, the 4Asians, they're desperate. They want to go for the invade here. Will they be able to? Where is the smite? BMA just moving in. Now, the Baron's getting very low here. It gets picked up by Ascended, but how is this team fight going to go? 4Asians, they're backing away from this one. They had to try. Not quite going to be enough.
Yeah, maybe if BMA had his Onslaught of Shadows up, he could have engaged into that, possibly feared Lee Sin off of it and stole it with his smite, but it was going to be a really clutch play if it was going to happen.
One weakness of Yasuo that you do have to bear in mind is he isn't the best Baron invader because he doesn't have the magic damage, so the Baron debuff doesn't give him that ridiculous burst. The Last Breath still is very strong if you can land it in that Baron pit just because of its just raw damage, but say compared to an AP mid lane like, or magic damage mid lane like Orianna Ziggs, then they can have a much stronger impact.
Yeah. Only having really that line of damage compared with the full circle of damage is definitely an advantage that the APs have. And even though Yasuo is capable of hyper carrying games, he's not looking as if he's going to be that threat to Caitlyn and Malzahar that he needs to be, especially if he does get Nether grasped in the late game. Seeing Prawnstar picking up a Black Cleaver. That's a very aggressive item choice.
Oh, Etchy Sketchy once again will get caught out of position. Parchu and Prawnstar, they're going to capitalize. Sonic Wave won't quite connect those, so Etchy will secure the escape this time around. But actually, look at Zhao Main. He's going in deep. He had a Rune Prison and the full burst from Jack. He's not messing around here. Nice still Tempest Last Breath out of desperation, and he flashes out of it. What a great play from Zhao Main.
I think he's easily going to get away with that as well, with the movement speed of his Berserker Greaves and the Static Shiv. Rusty Sport,
oh wow,
destroying DD there.
Gets the inhibitor as a result. BMA not going to go for the inner turret. Now this is a great angle here for Ascended, already having that inhibitor taken out, and with their gold lead, they can muscle their way through it.
Yeah, I think they'll probably rotate, just take the middle inhibitor, play the objective game. They don't need to engage, seeing as DD is down, so it is a 4v5.
Oh, Etchy Sketchy, and as well as the initiation from BMA. They want to make this one happen, but can they? Zhao Main and Etchy Sketchy got deleted. BMA will see the similar fate here from Prawnstar. Chiseled Bra in a bit of trouble as well. Rusty just has so much damage, and Caitlyn's long-range auto attacks, they're still as big as ever.
Yeah, and I think that will be game right there. There's a 20-second timer on the three of them. If they just push down these two Nexus turret. Thanks, guys.
Fantastic play from Ascended. Did they even lose a single game in the winners bracket?
I'm not completely sure, but even then, winning all the way through the winners bracket, that is a very, very well played, and they have great synergy.
Yeah, they played to their comps so well. They made full use of those champion rosters. Their communication was absolutely on point, and their lanes were just really strong. But that'll wrap this one up. Until next time, we are the Generals Gentlemen. I'm the Machine.
And I am Transcend.
Did you actually have any last words?
No.
What about you, Mr. Archon Hawk? You want to jump in there and... Yeah, all right.
He's
Fairly
all good
well.
over there.
Be sure to like the Generals Gentlemen Facebook page to keep up with our streams and content and all that yummy stuff. Thanks for watching. Catch you later.